I went super viral when I said I lost $7 million. I'd kill to be back to losing $7 million. I haven't even looked. If I had to guess, I'm down in these last 3 days, probably close to 20. I don't know, like 10, 15% of my net worth, poof. But I'm still here. That's the game. That's what I'm in. Like, do I like it? No. Am I crying? Am I like, oh, woe is me? I wish I voted for Kamala. No. Do I wish this didn't go down like this? Yes. Am I in this to make money? Yes. Do I wish I had that money in my investment portfolio? Yes.
Now that Dave Portnoy's apparent losses in Trump's stock market collapse have gone from 7 million to around 20 million, his coping mechanisms are being put to the test. But he's still holding on to the two most valuable things to MAGA types: the refusal to admit their king is screwing them and extreme stupidity.
The midterm elections are like a year and a half away, I think. If the stock market sucks, there's going to be a blue wave. Like, if the stock market is like what it is right now, and it's becoming close to the midterm elections, we will have like 100% Democrats. 100%. Because that's how people vote. And I would too. In a year and a half. I'm not in the panicking party yet. But if this tariff thing just is a total disaster, and we're a year and a half away from this thing, and stock market hasn't rebounded, and this trade war is a debacle, and inflation, everything's going to be in the because of it, because of the tariffs. If that's the case in a year and a half, it's all Democrats.
Okay, pause for a second. Without fully realizing it, he's simply concerned about a blue wave happening, just the reality of a blue wave, while he's completely detached from real life situations like the destruction of someone's entire life having anything to do with it. There's no connection to the fact that if there are more elected officials that carry out policies that give you the opportunity to enhance your life and your wealth, that's the reason you'd vote for someone other than MAGA. He's illustrating the effects of turning electoral politics into a sporting event with red team versus blue team, no matter how their policies will have an effect on people's lives.
And I don't think Trump is stupid. I think he's very smart. He knows he has a window of time to prove this tariff. I'm choking. That's how choked up I am. He has a window, a runway to prove that this tariff plan works, or he's going to have to start making moves. And by the way, I think he already can. I think he already can spin this to be like, this country called me. This country did this. We negotiated a better rate there. Like this was last week, like Clay Travis, Will Kane. They're like, don't look at your 401k. Since when do people care about the stock market? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Let's be honest. And I prefer Trump, and he says it sometimes. He's been like, I don't want things to go down. I would rather people on the right who support Trump, no matter what he does, what he says. Like, when you say stuff like that, to me, it's like, well, Trump could cut someone's head off. You're like, well, did he really? Like, let's call a spade a spade. Everybody has the right to panic and party and be worried about the stock market, their 401k, their portfolio. Don't suddenly be like, oh, don't look at your portfolio. Don't worry about it. Bullshit. Everybody looks at their portfolio. Everyone looks at their stock market. Everybody looks at how much money's in the bank.
It's like they almost get it, but still never really get there. While he complains about Will Kane and Clay Travis telling people that aren't millionaires to just ignore the fact that this guy purposely devalued their investments, he's telling them that he just hopes Trump spends it in a way that'll get the heat off of him. Why would somebody that lost a big portion of their retirement care more about how Trump saves his own ass than they do about their money? It's simply because he's convinced this many people that it's their job to represent him instead of him representing Americans. And he's done it by targeting the dumbest, most gullible people.
People are getting killed. Me too.
Yeah, we all are.
You look at your
Bro, holy it's so bad.
Nah, I mean, that's... How much you lost? Be honest.
8 figures. It's almost...
Damn.
Yeah.
You over here like, Kamala, come back to me. You over here singing the song like the Kanye Bianca song.
It's bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
It'll get better, bro.
I know.
It'll get better.
It's bad. I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor? Like, what is going on in the world right now? Why the is this going on? Can somebody please explain what's going on? Why are we all losing? Why are we all negative right now? Like, does anybody know why?
Streamer Adin Ross is looking for answers as to why this is going on and why we're all losing. Oh, there's a simple answer.
Guys, remember, the country is a business, right? If Trump became a self-made billionaire on his own, he knows how to run a country. I also want to point out there, Donald Trump is one of the only presidents in U.S. history to ever lose money off his net worth. All these other presidents, they funnel money from all these corruption and Trump is not one to, to do that. All these other presidents literally have gotten richer from being a president. Just speaking the facts, bro. Guys, if you're into the crypto, if you're into stocks, if you're into any type of entrepreneurship at all, vote Trump. Okay? If you guys want to get rich instead of working, these jobs that you guys don't see yourselves working forever, vote. Well, you could already see the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss it.
That's an Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
Shout out to Mr. Musk.
That's beautiful. Hey, that is beautiful.
Am I going to close the door really quick? Just I want to show them the wrap. Sure. Check out this wrap and let me know your honest thoughts.
I think it's incredible.
I mean, I refuse to believe that these guys really lost $10 and $20 million from Trump's crash. Just from how obvious it is that people will be calling them all kinds of dumbasses and sons of bitches on their videos crying over it. Yeah, Trump's crash is negatively affecting some other Trump voters that are asking the same stupid questions. But these two guys must be making some money back with these self-owns on these streams. They probably look at the president's response to his actions that shows that he's just giving a couple middle fingers to many voters. And to think of ways that they can keep making money off of it, though. We have massive financial deficits with China, the European Union, and many others. The only way this problem can be cured is with tariffs, which are now bringing tens of billions of dollars into the USA. They're already in effect, and a beautiful thing to behold. The surplus with these countries has grown during the presidency of Sleepy Joe Biden. We're going to reverse it, and reverse it quickly. Someday, people will realize that tariffs for the United States of America are a very beautiful thing. Okay, he said, we're going to reverse it and reverse it quickly. And the very next words are, someday people will realize tariffs are a beautiful thing. It takes people that think like Dave Portnoy and Adin Ross to not see him say it'll happen quickly, which then immediately turned into someday. So is it quickly or someday? Oh, who cares? All they care is that he spins it in a way that avoids a blue wave. But he doesn't even care about that because he's a fascist.
Are any questions?
How was the golf tournament?
Very good, because I won. It's good to win. You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won?
Yeah.
Just to back it up, you were there, I won.
What's your handicap
I like
these
to win.
days?
Very low. I have a very low handicap.
This party's cultivated this many people that think they're manly men that follow a guy that habitually lies to them right before bragging about it in their faces. So what kind of men are these?
I love golf, but if I were in the White House, I don't think I'd ever see Turnberry again. I don't think I'd ever see Doral again. I own Doral in Miami. I don't think I'd ever see many of the places that I have. I don't ever think I'd see anything. I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off, make great deals, right? Who's going to leave? There won't be time to go on vacations. There won't be time to go golfing all the time. I'm not going to play much golf, because there's a lot of work to be done. You need leadership. Yeah. You can't fly to Hawaii to play golf. I don't know where the president was. He wasn't very far away. Maybe he was playing golf. Obama, it was reported today, played 250 rounds of golf.
Obama went golfing every day. Let Obama go play golf every day.
Obama plays more golf than professional players on the PGA Tour. Playing a lot of golf. He's played more than most PGA touring professionals play.
More than a guy who plays on the PGA Tour plays.
PGA Tour.
Plays more golf. Plays more golf. PGA Tour.
PGA Tour.
I mean, this guy. Golf, 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 golf. More. Learning how to chip, learning how to hit the drive, learning how to putt. Oh, I want more.
If you become president and you go to the White House, why would you want to leave the White House? When you're in the White House, who the hell wants to play golf? Who wants to leave the White House? How the hell do you leave for 3 weeks to play golf?
If I get elected president, I'm going to be in the White House a lot. I'm not leaving. I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf, and believe me.